Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunuktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavati Damastama Vidvishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste. There is a beautiful prayer which we already discussed. Quotes, O God, grant us the serenity to accept what cannot be changed, the courage to change what can be changed, and wisdom to know from the other. What a beautiful prayer. So, when you say, Oh God, grant us the serenity to accept what cannot be changed. See, this is the Karma Yoga. That is what Lord Krishna keeps on teaching Arjuna and all of us. So when he expects, then there is a lot of disappointment. That is why when you talk about this Karma Yoga, that means whatever that you are doing, it is an offering to the Lord or a God. And whatever that you are getting is a prasada. No, I cannot complain the prasada. Similarly here, in this particular prayer, it says, grant us the serenity to accept what cannot be changed. Now I have got a right to only to work, but not for the fruits. Not because I should not, because there are so many factors that are involved between me and the results. So we have to understand two things. One is Sakama Karma and Nishkama Karma. Sakama Karma is a selfish action. There's a karmi. Now, Nishkama Karma, unselfish action. That means Karma Yoga. Now, in this particular context, let us discuss about this particular sloka, which is very powerful, which is very good for all of us, for a spiritual journey and also the material journey. So you have to listen very carefully, and I will explain to you in such a way that you will be able to reflect and then work on this. It is not only theory. You should not only listen and forget about it. Nothing will happen. Okay, so let us listen to this sloka.
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः एकेह कुरु नन्दन बहुशाखा ह्यनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम् व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः एकेह कुरु नन्दन बहुशाखा ह्यनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम्
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः एके गुरुनंदना भुविशाखा अनंतस्य बुद्धियो अव्ययासनाम. Now it's a beautiful sloga. See, the context is very simple and all of us know. Now there is a war. Now Arjuna requested Krishna to help him. He said Karpanya dosho. So Krishna also accepts. Yes, as a Guru, I will explain to you. Now in this particular context, now Arjuna was completely confused, like all of us. So all of us, we don't know what to do and when not to do. So that means there is no question of, the determination. What exactly I want? What is it I want in life? See, all of us have the same problem. So when you are young, it is okay. And over a period of time, you must get a kind of a clarity. This particular sloka is to make you to understand what is your goal, what is the clarity, and what is the path you have to take it forward. You just think. That means, what is my clarity about my goal? What is my path? And do I have kind of a clarity? So once you are able to understand this particular concept, that means everything becomes very easy. You know that there is a tremendous amount of clarity. So let us go into the word-to-word meaning. Yavasa yatmika buddhi. Tremendous amount of determination, the result, and a lot of clarity, and an unwavering mind. This is what he called a Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. That means absolutely clear. That is a Nishchayam. Nishchayam means, lot of, the clarity. Okay. There is a Buddhi. When I say Buddhi, in this particular case, that means, yes, I have to understand. It's a kind of a notion. That means the Buddhi in this particular context is a kind of a understanding. Then what is that? Eke. That means only one. One and the only one. This is exactly what we want. So Krishna is advising Arjuna that you must have one goal. The one and the only goal. And he is only talking about this liberation. That is a moksha. But in our own case, you take a kind of a goal. Then you have to have a lot of clarity. And then also a kind of the path on which you can travel. Say, Eka is a one and the only one. Eka, this particular path. Kurunandana, that is one more name of the Arjuna. See, that is the beauty of Lord Krishna. He knows how to motivate the students. And he keeps on giving so many names like Arjuna, Dhananjaya, and Gurundana. It all means the same thing. That is a Arjuna. Muhishaka, that is many branches. He indeed Anantaha, that means endless. Buddhayaha, that is the notion. For whom? Avyaya Yasinam, that is the people who don't have a clarity. See, Lord Krishna tells what should be done and what should not be done. So beautiful. It's a great teaching. Krishna wants Arjuna to be a karma yogi. See, that is the path to get the liberation. In our case, what happens? Once you have a kind of the karma yogi concept, that means you will have a kind of a clarity. Yes, this is exactly I want. If somebody give me so many things, he said, I don't need. This is exactly you have to understand the concept of this particular sloka. That means, Yavasa Yatmika Buddhi. That means absolute clarity in what I want. Lord Krishna is advising Arjuna. Hey Kurunandana, hey Arjuna, you must have only one goal. The only one goal. What is that? Is the moksha. That's the freedom from the samsara. Now what is the path? Is the karma yoga. Then you go to the jnana yoga. Now in this particular context, he says, talking about the karma yoga. You have to fight. It is a dharma yuddha. And you have to understand that your duty as a kshatriya, you must fight. Now that is what you have to understand. Yes, this is the concept on this particular one. In other words, absolute clarity in what you want. Nishchayam. So I don't have any kind of a doubt. So tremendous amount of clarity. And then he also tells the other person who do not have any clarity. That's a very beautiful way of teaching. Now let's go into the running meaning. Kurunandana. Hey Arjuna. See, that's the beauty of the teacher. He is trying to keep on motivating by calling from a different name. He says Eka. That means only one. Don't make any mistake. So you must have a kind of a clarity in what exactly you want. Vyavasa Yatmika Buddhi. Clear understanding. No question of doubts. That's exactly I want. Eager in this particular field. He, however, Buddhayaha, the notion, Avyaya Yasinam, those who do not have the clarity. One is, they have the clarity, and without the clarity, Bhushaka, there are so many other branches. Anantaha, that means endless. Now, please try to understand. He is addressing to Arjuna and he is completely confused. He is asking for so many questions, but he doesn't have any clarity. So, in this particular context, Krishna wants to advise him, yes, you must have a clarity. There must only one. You are a Kshatriya. You have to fight. So, in this particular context, we have to understand this particular sloka. Now, let us go into the essence of the sloka. Ye Purnandana, Ye Arjuna. There is only one clear understanding in this particular field. What is this field? That is a Yuddha. What is the Yuddha for us? Is the battle of life. So there must be one clear understanding in this particular field. However, the notion of those who do not have the clarity, they got so many branches. Now, he says, yes, there is only one way you have to really progress in life. Now, what you should do is, that means have a clarity and have a path. That is Eka. That means people don't have any clarity. They got so many branches. Now let me give you a beautiful example. Suppose you take the sun rays. Now, sun rays, it is going to give kind of a heat. Suppose if you are able to focus the rays of the sun into a magnifying glass or a lens, that means you will come to a single pointed and it can burn the paper. That means, suppose if the sun rays are there, okay, it gives a kind of a heat. Suppose if it is completely focused through a lens, that means you got a tremendous amount of the focus. Even the paper can be burnt. That is one. In other words, Lord Krishna says that you must have a compass in your life. This is exactly you want. See, a person who is sailing in the ship or a captain, then he must have the compass. And similarly, all of us must have a compass in life. Now, for example, in our own life, maybe you are a marketing guy, you are an IT, or whatever that you are doing, you must say, yes, this is exactly what I want. And the clarity and also a kind of a concentration, the message of this particular sloka. That means the clarity of the goal and also the concentration on which you are able to achieve the goal is the message of this particular sloka. Okay, take care, all the best. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.